Hello, my name is Eric Carroll, and the goal of this video is to deconstruct the base building mechanics in StarCraft 2. In StarCraft 2, the map is made up of a grid, and buildings can take up a certain amount of space on that grid. To be able to place a building on it, the ground must be level and the grid has to be clear where the building will be placed. In the grid tile set, there are a few different types of terrain that are possible. The places that buildings cannot go would be cliffs, ramps, places with obstacles such as trees and water, and too close to resources. At the beginning of every game, you start with your basic structure, which is near resources for you to mine. The three different races in StarCraft have three distinct ways of placing buildings. For the Zerg, the buildings must be placed on top of creep. The only building they have that can be built off of the creep is the hatchery, which when built will generate creep around it for other units to be placed on. The Terran can build their structures anywhere that is clear of creep and flat, so long as there is nothing blocking the area they wish to build on. The Protoss require a pylon to be placed before buildings can be built. The pylon provides a circular area around it in which Protoss buildings can be placed. If the pylon is destroyed, the buildings that are no longer covered by a pylon become unpowered and unusable. In another real-time strategy game called Supreme Commander 2, it also has very similar base building system. In this game, regardless of race, you build structures the same way. There are resource production structures that can only be placed on certain spots, but besides that, all the buildings can be placed anywhere flat and not already occupied by something. Another thing to consider in StarCraft when building something is if there is a unit in the way of the building. If the unit in the way is a friendly unit, it will attempt to move out of the way so that the structure can be built. If it is an enemy unit, then the structure cannot be built. This is a common strategy in the game to deny the other players the ability to place down a structure. You will not be able to place down a structure unless you kill the enemy unit or he moves it out of the way. Additionally, if you are the Zerg, you can deny the enemy places to build by spreading your creep around as much as possible. Not only does this creep benefit you by making your units move faster on it, but you can also build structures anywhere it is at, even if it is in your enemy's base. This has been the deconstruction of the base building mechanics in StarCraft 2. There are a lot more edge cases and nuance to it, but in general this is how the system works. Thank you.